Cancer Talk, Support, Coping and Anxiety. Chapter 1. Cancer Talk, Support, and Questions Answered. Cancer is depressing. Cancer deflates everyone. Up until 50 years ago, they never even mentioned the word in movies, just like the mystery disease in Forrest Gump. The effect of toxic cells on our body is depressing. The diagnosis is depressing. The treatments are depressing. Facing death before you're old is hard. Being shunned and treated differently because of cancer is depressing. Depression is normal. I live one day at a time even though I'm healthy. I plan my day out the night before, then live it out. Stay active. Acer.org has over 140 online groups. They have a bunch of groups in different categories. Ask a cancer question. Cancer Helpline. 800-227-2345. Live chat. cancer.gov/global/contact, questions about cancer. 800-4-cancer. livehelp.cancer.gov, livehelp online chat. Hotline at blockcancer.org. 800-433-0464. blockcancer.org. Cancer chat/cancer forums. groups.yahoo.com/group/cancer-cured. groups.yahoo.com/group/cancer-cure. health.groups.yahoo.com/group/cancer_alternatives. groups.yahoo.com/group/cancer-victory. cancertutor.com/forum/cancer-tutor-forum. cancercenter.com. community.breastcancer.org. medhelp.org/forum/breastcancer. breastimplantsforyou.com/forum. christianchat.com/christian-family-41778-cancer.html. coloncancersupport.colonClub.com/viewforum.php?f=1. community.prostatecanceruk.org. forum.pancreaticcancer.org.uk. forums.lungevd.org. forums.webmd.com/3/prostate-cancer-exchange/forum/430. cancer-info.com/chat/chat1.htm, breast cancer chat room, cancer information and support international. 4-lane.com/support chat/pages/cancerchat.html, cancer chat, 4lane.com. ioma.com/cs, Cancer Survivors IRC channel, EFNet. cancersurvivors.org, Cancer Survivors Online. ioma.com/cs/webring.html, IRC Cancer Chat Ring. oncochat.org, OncoChat and Internet Relay Chat, IRC. communities.msn.com/sarcoma survivors, Sarcoma Survivors. compassionateFriends.org/chat/chat.htm. apps.komen.org/forums. cancerchat.desouzainstitute.com. colonclub.com. community.breastcancer.org/forum/96. community.macmillan.org.uk. csn.cancer.org/forum. forum.breastcancercare.org.uk. livehelp.cancer.gov. breastcancercare.org.uk/someone-talk/live-chat. canceractive.com/cancerchat. cancerchatcity.com. cancerchatnz.org.nz. cancerforums.net. eCaware.org/get-help/helpful-link/echat. breastcancer.org/community. cancercompass.com. Participate message board cancers. cancerforums.net. forum specific cancers. cancerresearchuk.org about cancer. cancerresearchuk.org about cancer. Cancer chat. experienceproject.com/group/have-cancer/22481. experienceproject.com/group/have-ovarian-cancer/92930. healingwell.com. Diseases and conditions: prostate cancer. healthfulchat.org/cancer-chat-room.html. Cancer hotline numbers for support/cancer telenumber hotlines. asumcenter.edu/health_services/services_display.asp, service area equals 14 and ID equals 301338, the James Line, USA, a 24-hour toll-free call center of the Comprehensive Cancer Center, Arthur G. James Cancer Hospital and Richard J. Solove Research Institute at The Ohio State University. Confidential helpline, 614-800-293-366. CIS, USA, Cancer Information Service, a toll-free public service of the NCI, telephone 1-800-4-CANCER, 1-800-422-6237, English and Spanish language. Lymphoma Foundation of America. 1100 North Main Street, Ann Arbor, Michigan, 48104. 734-222-1100, main office, English only. 1-800-385-1060, patient hotline, English only. LFA@lymphomahelp.org. blockcancer.org/contact. Hotline at blockcancer.org. 800-433-0464. I can cope. 800-ACS-2345, 800-227-2345. High Points Division. Hotline. Hope and Cope, Canada. Jewish General Hospital, Siegel Cancer Center. 514-340-8222, EXT 8255. Planet Cancer. Young cancer patients. planetcancer.org. Outreach of Hope. Christian-based prayer support. 303-962-7595. Endurance.org. Cancer Hope Network. 877-467-3638. CancerHopeNetwork.org. Immerman Angels. Peer-to-peer counseling, young patients. 312-274-5529. immermanangels.org. Fourth Angel Network. 216-445-8734. fourthangel.org. Friends for Life Mentoring Network. Based in Kentucky. 866-374-3634. friendforlife.org. Block Cancer Hotline. 800-433-0464. blockcancer.org. AMC Cancer Fund. 800-525-3777. amc.org. MD Anderson. Info about the MD Anderson Cancer Center. 800-345-6324. Patient referral, 800-392-1611. Cancer Support Groups 1. cancersupportofcare.com/yana/support.html, emotional and psychological support. Candlelighters.org, American Childhood Cancer Organization Home. candlelighters.org/information/support/psychological-emotional.aspx. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/cancer_support_group. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/cancer_support_groups. cottagedreams.org, Cottage Dreams Cancer Recovery Initiative. wallacecancercare.org.uk/how-we-can-help/psychological-and-emotional-support.aspx. mdanderson.org/centers/pathway. canceradvocaki.org. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/cancer_support_group. malecare.com, prostate. macmillan.org.uk/get_support/ways_can_help/ways_we_can_help.aspx, Cancer Care Charity, Macmillan Cancer Support. ebcancersupport.org, the East Bay Cancer Support Group. cancernews.com/support.html, Cancer Support Groups and Organizations. verywell.com/overview-of-cancer-40146777/od/how to cope/a/support groups.htm, Cancer Support Groups, how to find the right cancer support group. cancersupportgroup.net. blockcancer.org, 800-433-0464, talk with a survivor of your type of cancer. mdanderson.org/Anderson Network, 800-345-6324. aarogya.com/support group/cancer/index.asp. bcsupport.org, breast cancer support. bladder-cancer-support-group.pharmapedia.net. breastverywell.com/overview-5-401467/support-ineveryway/support_groups.htm, support groups for breast cancer patients. breastcancer.org/comp_med_support_groups.html. breast-cancer-treatment-center.com/support group, breast cancer support groups, Orlando, Florida. cancer.gov/cancer-topics/support. cancer.org. cancer-articles.com/cancer/cancer-archive/cancer-support-group. cancercarolinas.com, uplift breast cancer support group. cancerindex.org/clink6a.htm, cancer support groups. cancerprofiler.nextguru.com/supportgroups.asp. cancersupportgroup.org. carepages.com, cancer support group at care pages. cchosp.com, breast cancer support group, the Chester County Hospital, Chester, PA 610-431-5000. colon-verywell.com/overview-5-40146777/od/emotional support. ebcancersupport.org, the East Bay Cancer Support Group. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/cancer_support_group. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/Kaylee_support_group, kids everywhere like you. GilletteCancerConnect.org, a resource for women living with cancer and their families and friends to find support, hope. groups.yahoo.com/group/threers, thyroid cancer support group. health.groups.yahoo.com/group/breast cancer 2. ibcsupport.org, inflammatory breast cancer support group. inyourcorner.com, breast cancer support. irsa.org, Radiosurgery Support Association. liferaftgroup.org. livestrong.org, Livestrong Cancer Support. manpros.org, Manitoba Prostate Cancer Support Group. mdjunction.com, online support groups for your health challenges. mhs.net/community/support-groups.aspx, Florida Hospital, Memorial Healthcare System, Broward and Palm Beach Memorial Healthcare System. omahasupportgroups.com, many types of support groups. onto pofcancer.org/melanoma_support_group.php. prostatecancer-support.com, Marshfield Area Prostate Cancer Support. prostate-cancer-support-group.dzca.com, Prostate Cancer Support Group. prostateinfo.com. sistersnetworking.org, African American Cancer Support. sponsee.org, support for people with oral and head and neck cancer incorporated. sponsee.org, support for people with oral, head and neck cancer. thrywars.org, Canadian Thyroid Cancer Support Group. thyroid-cancer-support-group.pharmapedia.net, Thyroid Cancer Support Group. uchospitals.edu/programs, University of Chicago Hospitals. usdoo.com, US2 International Prostate Cancer Education and Support Network. Voicesofmamosite.com, Breast Cancer Community. YanaNow.net, Prostate Cancer Support Group. Yana means you are not alone. Alt.support.cancer. Alt.support.cancer.breast. Alt.support.cancer.prostate. Alt.support.cancer.testicular. ScienceMedDiseases.cancer. ScienceMedProstate.cancer. Cancer Support Groups 2. National Coalition for Cancer Survivorship. 877-622-7937. Canceradvocaki.org. Cancer Care. 800-813-4673, 800-813-HOPE. 212-712-8400. CancerCare.org. American Cancer Society. 800-227-2345, 800-ACS-2345. Cancer.org. National Cancer Survivors Day Foundation. First Sunday of June. 615-794-3006. NCSDF.org. Cancer Answers. 800-456-7121. American Society of Clinical Oncology. 888-651-3038. Cancer.net. Cancer News on the Net. CancerNews.com. Survivorship AZ. SurvivorshipAtaz.org. Livestrong Foundation. One-on-one counseling and referrals. 866-467-7205. Livestrong.org. ACOR. Online Support Group. Acer.org. Alpha Cancer Information Resource. Coalition of National Cancer Cooperative Groups. alphacancer.com. Cancer Support Community. Gildas Club Worldwide. 888-793-9355. CancerSupportCommunity.org. Children's Treehouse Foundation. Children whose parents have cancer. Children's Treehousefdn.org. Cancer Peer/Buddy Programs. You are paired with a buddy who has already been through that kind of cancer. This is a list from cancer.gov, 800-4-CANCER, Live Help Online Chat. American Cancer Society. 250 Williams Street. Atlanta, Georgia, 30303. 404-320-3333, English only. 1-800-227-2345, 1-800-ACS-2345, English and Spanish. Leukemia and Lymphoma Society. Suite 310. 1311 Mamaroneck Avenue. White Plains, New York, 10605. 914-949-5213, English only. 1-800-955-4572, English and Spanish. Living Beyond Breast Cancer. Suite 224. 354 West Lancaster Avenue. Haverford, Pennsylvania, 19041. 484-708-1550, English only, 610-645-4567, English only. 1-888-753-5222, 1-888-753-LBBC, Survivors Helpline, English and Spanish. Mail at lbbc.org. Man to Man. 404-320-3333, English only. 1-800-227-2345, 1-800-ACS-2345, English and Spanish. MYLIFeline.org. Cancer Foundation. 55 Madison Street, Suite 750. Denver, Colorado, 80206. 720-883-8715. Support at MYLIFeline.org. MYLIFeline.org. National Bone Marrow Transplant Link. Suite 108. 20411 West 12 Mile Road. Southfield, Michigan, 48076. 248-358-1886, English only. 1-800-546-5268, 1-800-LINK-BMT, English only. nbmtlink.org. National Lymphedemia Network. Suite 235. 116 New Montgomery Street. San Francisco, California, 94105. 415-908-3681, English only. 1-800-541-3259, English only. lymphnet.org. Planet Cancer, a Live Strong initiative. 1-855-220-7777, English and Spanish. Reach to Recovery. 404-320-3333, English only. 1-800-227-2345, 1-800-ACS-2345, English and Spanish. Charcheret. 1086 Teaneck Road. Suite 3A. Teaneck, New Jersey, 07666. 201-833-2341. 1-866-474-2774. sharcharet.org. Supports young Jewish woman. Starlight Children's Foundation. Suite M100. 5757 Wilshire Boulevard. Los Angeles, California, 90036. 310-479-1212, English and Spanish. 1-800-315-2580, English and Spanish. Starlight.org. Support for people with oral and head and neck cancer. Post Office Box 53. Locust Valley, New York, 11560. 1-800-377-0928, English only. Sponsee.org. Thyroid Cancer Survivors Association Incorporated. Post Office Box 1545. New York, New York, 10159. 1-877-588-7904, English and Spanish. DICA.org. The Ullman Cancer Fund for Young Adults. Suite G1. 10440 Little Patuxent Parkway. Columbia, Maryland, 21044. 410-964-0202, English only. 1-888-393-3863, 1-888-393-FUND, English only. Ullmanfund.org. Young Survival Coalition. Suite 2235. 61 Broadway. New York, New York, 10006. 646-257-3000, English only. 1-877-972-1011, 1-877-YSC-1011, English only. YoungSurvival.org. Cancer Help Organizations. JoyaandHope.org. AusW.org, Association of Oncology Social Work. Fax, 847-375-6321. Fax, 212-719-0263. Wellness-community.org, The Wellness Community, phone. 888-793-WELL, 513-421-7111. Fax, 513-421-7119. NFCACARS.org, National Family Caregivers Association. Fax, 301-942-2302. cancersurvivors.org/coping/emotional/emotiona.htm. bravekids.org, bravekids.org. Fax 815-461-6614. familyvillage.wisc.edu/general/wish-grant-orgs.html, list of wish-granting organizations from the University of Wisconsin. 608-263-2400. cancer.gov/cancerinformation/cancer type/childhood, National Institute of Health website for children with cancer. 1-800-4-cancer. SOCservices.com, Social Services Infonet. Fax, 858-695-0416. NASWDC.org, National Association of Social Workers. 800-638-8799, 202-408-8600. IFSW.org, International Federation of Social Workers, Switzerland. Fax, 4131-381-1222. ChildLife.org, Child Life Council. Fax, 301-881-7092. Cancer Hope Network matches patients with trained volunteers who have recovered. 1-877-HOPENET 1-877-467-3638. CancerHopeNetwork.org. Cancer Support Community. Support groups, stress reduction, and cancer education. 888-793-WELL. 1-888-793-9355. CancerSupportCommunity.org. Family Caregiver Alliance FCA. Families and friends who provide long-term care. 800-445-8106. Caregiver.org. Fertile Hope. Reproductive information, support, and hope to cancer patients and survivors. 1-855-220-7777. FertileHope.org. Live Strong. Education, Advocacy. 1-512-236-8820. 866-235-7205. Livestrong.org. National Coalition for Cancer Survivorship NCCS. 1-877-NCCS-YES, 1-877-622-7937. Canceradvocacy.org. National Family Caregivers Association NFCA. 1-800-896-3650. NFCACars.org. Cancer Advocate website / cancer advocacy websites. cisncancer.org/advocacy /research_advocacy.html. cisncancer.org/advocacy/types_of_advocacy.html. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/breast_cancer_advocacy. FightColoradoRectalCancer.org/advocacy. PreventCancer.org/advocacy-home. PreventCancer.org/r-work/program/advocate. Komen.org/getinvolved/ka.html. ACScan.org. Cancer.org/involved.html. Cancercare.org/question/tagged/advocacy. Childrenscause.org. Facebook.com/canceradvocate. Indeed.com/q-cancer-advocacy-jobs.html. Livestrong.org/we-can-help. Lungabid.org/volunteer/lung cancer advocacy. nccn.org/patients/advocacy. pancan.org/get-involved/advocacy. seattle-times.com/nation-world/best-friends-facing. verywell.com/how-to-become-lung-cancer-advocate-4111651. verywell.com/how-to-become-a-patient-advocate. AdvocateHealth.com Christ Medical Center Health Services. AdvocateHealth.com Health Services. AlamoBreastCancer.org/patient-advocate-program. AmericanCancerAdvocates.com. Beacon.org. Breast Cancer Deadline 2020.org/get-involved/training. Cancer.gov about NCI organization. Cancer.gov publications NCI Dictionaries. Cancer.net/research-and-advocate/patient-advocates. Cancer.org. Get involved. Canceradvocaki.org. Cancercenter.com. chop.edu/stories/childhood-cancer-advocaki-megan-wards-story. facingourrisk.org/advocaki/introduction.php. lungcanceralliance.org. stupidcancer.org. usdoo.org/advocaki. vixi.org/spores/breast/advocaki. Many resources at nccn.org/patients/advocaki/default.aspx. The National Comprehensive Cancer Network. 275 Commerce Drive, Suite 300, Fort Washington, Pennsylvania 19034. 215.690.0300 fax 215-690-0280. nccn.org. Some articles. nccn.org/patients/advocaki/default.aspx. Lots of websites in different categories. triagecancer.org/advocaki. triagecancer.org/quickguide-advocaki, quick guide to the spectrum of advocacy. triagecancer.org/quickguide-scientific-advocaki, quick guide to scientific advocacy. Cancer and medical psychology websites. cancercare.org, Cancer Care, Inc., USA, a national voluntary social service agency, a toll-free telephone helpline. cancerfamilycare.org, Cancer Family Care, Cincinnati, USA, a non-profit organization founded in 1971 providing counseling and support services. cancer-wellness.org, Cancer Wellness House, a center based in Salt Lake City, Utah, providing free emotional support, friendship and educational resources. cancercounseling.org, Living with Dignity, New Jersey nonprofit corporation. Sargent.org, Sargent Cancer Care for Children, UK, a national charity, funds a skilled network of Sargent social workers in all major UK cancer centres. Starbright.org, Starbright Foundation, a non-profit organization to empower seriously ill children. AUSW.org, Association of Oncology Social Work. Psychosocial services to people with cancer and their families. bpos.org.uk, British Psychosocial Oncology Society, UK. The psychological and social aspects of cancer amongst professionals working with people with cancer. ipos.org, International Psycho-Oncology Society. sbmweb.org, Society of Behavioral Medicine. cmhc.com, Mental Health Net has a section on cancer links. nih.gov/sig/bssr-mm, Behavioral and Social Sciences Research, Methodology and Measurement Interest Group. blackwellscience.com/journal/practice, Cancer Practice, Journal. Multidisciplinary journal for oncology nurses, social workers, physicians and others carers. sbmweb.org/journal, Journal of the Society of Behavioral Medicine. heldref.org/html/body_bmed.html Journal, Behavioral Medicine. interscience.wiley.com/jpages/103-9249/journal, Journal of the British Psycho-Oncology Group. Minority cancer websites. minorityhealth.hhs.gov. chilefeline.org, Chai Lifeline / Camp Simha, USA, a not-for-profit organization, Jewish. Kaka-acs.com, Chinese American Cancer Association, American Cancer Society. Cosmo.org/cancer.html, Unidas por la Salud Nacional. Coalition of Hispanic Health and Human Service Organizations, USA. Brings together comprehensive cancer centers and community-based health professionals and organizations. Jewish cancer websites. I saw some articles that talked about Jewish predisposition to certain cancers. I suppose that is if you're an ethnic Jew. Hebrew Khazar, not a convert. Sharsharet. Young Jewish women breast cancer. sharshart.org. fredhutch.org/n/events/cancer-in-r-communities. komen.org/breast cancer/Ashkenazi Jewish heritage.html. Jewish General Hospital, Siegel Cancer Center. jgh.ca/n/Segal Cancer Center. Jewish General Hospital, Medical Oncology. jgh.ca/n/Medical Oncology. ChiCancerCare.org. Jewish Communities Cancer Support. JGH Foundation. jghfoundation.org. Jewish General Hospital. Chapter 2. Coping with a Serious Disease. Coping with the shock and grief of serious illness. Many people live in denial. They go on smoking, drinking alcohol, and eating sweets even after told they have a serious illness. There is no fight for life. Some people are shell-shocked and sit in a daze for days or weeks on end. In the end, there are two choices. Sit and wither. Fight for a good life. It's always about action versus sitting on the couch or in bed. Some people read a religious book like the Bible. God made you to be a fighter for the gift He gave you, life. I took the Write a Holistic Superbook. If you're in the least interested in fighting for life, you can at least read it or parts of it. Some people join support groups online and in real life. Try meetup.com. Some people listen to music, exercise, do creative things and use holistic methods like massage and aromatherapy. Meditation is simply thinking about your life in peace. Think about loved ones and your love of life. Think about someone who loves you. Return that love. Go for a walk. Sing and dance in your basement. Relax. Cry. Play with your pet. Work in the garden. Be nice. Pray. Be positive. Count your blessings. Go out into nature to enjoy it. Get a massage. Ride a bike. Talk to a close friend. Take your mind off the situation by being active in some way. Get my Recreation Superbook. Cook food. Listen to inspirational videos on YouTube. Discuss your situation with your rabbi, priest, pastor. Spend quality time with family. Discover new things. Learn what will help you. Experience the beauty and humor in being alive. Coping with illness websites. cancer.org/treatments/side-effects/emotional-side-effects.html. csn.cancer.org. mylifeline.org. cureourchildren.org/coping.htm. cancer.gov/cancerinfo/coping, National Cancer Institute coping with cancer page. 1-800-422-6237. cancersurvivors.org/coping/emotional/emotiona.htm. cancersurvivors.org. Emotional coping page. 916-422-1587. sharedexperience.org, sharedexperience.org page. 212-486-2715. oncochat.org, oncochat.org. 718-392-3667. copa.net. eduhound.com. cancer.com/living/inspiration.html, cancer.com coping page. oncolink.org/coping/index.cfm, on Colink Coping with Cancer page. 1-800-789-PENN. nlm.nih.gov/medline+/cancer living with cancer.html number sign coping. Medline plus coping with cancer page. healthlink.mcw.edu/article/926238961.html, Medical College of Wisconsin article coping with childhood cancer. bioimmune.com/services/cope/index.asp ? Bioimmune Inc., coping with cancer page. 888-663-8844. 480-778-1618. canceraction.org/cancer12.htm, families coping with cancer. 716-423-9700. Fax, 716-423-9072. physicalsportsmed.com/issues/2000/05_00/kureniya.htm, coping with cancer and exercise article from the physician and sports medicine. joyandhope.org/providers/access-ppc-resources has a list of coping resources. Project Joy and Hope is the agency for the Texas Pediatric Palliative Care Consortium. joyandhope.org. 866, Joy Hope. info@joyandhope.org. Texas Pediatric Palliative Care Consortium. texasppcc.org. General Resources. growthhouse.org. promotingexcellence.org. Pain Management Protocols. pediatric-pain.ca. CHIPPS. nhpco.org/ifora/pages/index.cfm page ID =3409. whocancerpain.wisc.edu/eng/16_3-4/resources.html. stronghealth.com. Royal Children's Hospital PPC FAQs. rch.org.au/rch_palliative/index.cfm?doc_ID =1650. Society for Critical Care Medicine. sccm.org/sccm/learnicu/professionalism/ethics. palliativedrugs.com. Life-sustaining treatment. rcpch.ac.uk/publications/publications-list-by-title. hospicare.com. nhpco.org. barharris.org/barbookase.html. Resources on palliative care. 2004 NEJM Review article on pediatric palliative care. content.nam.org/cgi/content/short/350/17/1752. CHIPS, the ENDCO's Initiative on Pediatric Palliative Care. nhpco.org/ifora/pages/index.cfm ? page ID =3409. Pediatric Palliative Care Resources from the Center to Advance Palliative Care, CAPC. capc.org/palliative-care-the-continuum/pediatric-palliative-care. Institute for Family-Centered Care. FamilyCenteredCare.org. Association for Children's Palliative Care. ACT.org.uk. American Academy of Pediatrics Statement on Palliative Care for Children. AAP-policy.aap-publications.org/cgi/content/full/pediatrics-106/2/351. Clinical Practice Guidelines for Quality Palliative Medicine. guideline.gov/summary/summary.aspx?SS=15$doc_ID $5058$NBR=3542. apm.org. hpna.org. hospicare.com. caringconnections.org. capc.org. Articles.latime.com/2007/feb/05/health/he-enough-kid5. ourstory.com/thread.html?t=15260. NPR Story. npr.org/template/story/story.php ?story ID =5630255. PPC Education and Curricula. Mentoring at a Pediatric Palliative Care Leadership Center via CAPC. capc.org/palliative-care-leadership-initiative/overview. ippcweb.org. cme.utoronto.ca/endoflife. mountida.edu/sp.cfm ?page ID =688. apm.org/resources. apm.org/education/curriculum.html. apm.org/about/college.html. Grief resources. childgrief.org. childrensgrief.net. growthhouse.org. Childhood Bereavement Network. childhoodbereavementnetwork.org.uk. Miss Foundation. missfoundation.org/kids. Medical Home Care, from the American Academy of Pediatrics. medicalhomeinfo.org/publication/family.html. Children's Hospital of Wisconsin. POG 1997. 9000 West Wisconsin Avenue MS 792. Milwaukee, Wisconsin 53201. 414-266-2775. chw.org. ENTCO has several meetings and a pediatric SIG, CHIPPS. nhpco.org. International Pediatric Palliative Care Listserv. lists.act.org.uk/mailman/listinfo/paid-pal-care. Pain management. ama-pain_management/module06/index.htm. Cameron's ARC. For residents and community-based pediatricians, from AAP. aap.org/bst/shodatl.cfm ? $did=$15 product_ID $4340. Palliative Care and Pain Management Education and Resources. cityofhope.org/prc. Unipac 8, the hospice/palliative care approach to caring for pediatric patients. association-office.com/opm/etools/products/unipacflyer.pdf. PPC Training Standards. acme.org/ac website/review comment/rev_new hospic EPR12_03_07.asp. acme.org/ac website/download/rrc_prrf/new_hospicia ndp palliative companion.pdf. Billing and reimbursement. apm.org/physical resources/coding.html number sign physician. apm.org/pdf/billingform.pdf. capc.org. nhpco.org/files/public/billing_for_np_services.pdf. Promoting excellence, paying for APN services. mywhatever.com/cifwriter/content/41/pe3677.html number sign paying. Networking. Advocacy. childrenshospice.org. The Compassionate Care for Children Act. olpa.od.nih.gov/tracking/109/senate_bill/session1/s-174.asp. Advance Planning and Compassionate Care Act of 2007. govtrack.us/congress/bill.xpd?bill =S110-464 tab =summary. AAP. aap.org. Research Advocacy and Opportunity. NPCRC. npcrc.org. NINR grants related to PPC. dccs/serb/spur/grant_topics.html. Parent Self-Advocacy. Partnershipforparents.org. Community Coalition Building and Outreach. pbs.org/independent-lens/lion-in-the-house/index.htm. International Advocacy and Resources. act.org.uk/content/view/90/35. cancer.gov/about-cancer/coping/survivorship. Articles. cancercontrol.cancer.gov/OCS, Office of Cancer Survivorship. Resources. cancer.gov/publication/patient-education/life-after-treatment.pdf. An ebook with resources in the appendix. ped-onc.org covers grief and survivorship. ped-onc.org/survivors/index.html. ped-onc.org/timetogo/timetogo.html. Chapter 3. Cancer videos, events, and case studies. Cancer videos, free. cancertutor.com/category/videos. youtube.com, type in holistic cancer. Cancer and youtube.com. Type the name of any treatment I cover in this book into the YouTube search box. Beware of scams. There's one called Brzezinski, Cancer is Serious Business. Cancer event websites. acsevents.org. breastinvestigators.com/events. asco.org/prof/me/html/f_prog.htm, American Society of Clinical Oncology. ons.org, Oncology Nursing Society. info.neoplasticss.mssm.edu/simpybrochure.html, Mount Sinai Chemotherapy Foundation Symposium. jcojournal.org/anc.html, Journal of Clinical Oncology. Cancer Conference Announcements. uxc.ch/calendars, International Union Against Cancer. International Calendar. uxc.org/calendars, International Calendar of Cancer, UICC. Database of worldwide cancer conferences and meetings. sos.unige.it/sos-euro/cong.html, SOS list of worldwide congress and symposia. kens.com/tumor-microenvironment, International Conference on Tumor Microenvironment Progression. jco.org/miscellaneous/announcements.shtml, Announcements, Journal of Clinical Oncology. smeconferences.co.uk. oup.co.uk/jnci/events, Events, Journal of the National Cancer Institute. pslgroup.com/medconf.htm, Medical Conferences, Doctor's Guide to the Internet, search by subject. Calendar, National Institute of Cancer, Event Calendar. USA. aacr.org/4000/4000.html, Scientific Events/AACR Meetings. American Association for Cancer Research. Cancer Case Study Websites. path.up.edu/cases/index.html, the big one. canceraustralia.government/case studies. breastcancercare.org.uk/about-us/media/case-studies. cancercare.on.ca/toolbox/libraries/case_studies_library. clinicaloptions.com/oncology/cases.aspx. nccn.org/library of case studies/default.aspx. newhopemedicalcenter.com/case-studies. physicalio-pedia.com/gastric_cancer_case_studies. bec5curaderm.com/skin-cancer-case-studies.php. cancernetwork.com/case-studies. genekey.com/case-studies. mrisusa.com/prostate-case-studies.php tumorsurgery.org/tumor-education/case-studies.aspx who.int Cancer Case Studies worldcancerday.org/resources/case-studies Cancer Patient Personal Websites cancerkids.org/stories.html Cancer Kids Stories acer.org/ped-onc/homepages.html List of personal home pages of Cancer Kids, Pediatric Oncology Resource Center. cancerkids.org/Ashley, Ashley's Story. BaileyKelly.com, Bailey Hope Kelly's homepage. BriannaW.com, Brianna's homepage. CancerSurvivors.org, Cancer Survivors Online, USA, a site. CancerPoint.org, CancerPoint, Virtual Cancer Support Center. Edinburgh, UK. Blast-it.com, Daniel Woods Memorial Fund, County Tyrone, Northern Ireland, funds for the Neuroblastoma Society. davesite.com/Hodgkins, Dave's Happy Little Hodgkins page. DominiqueCummins.com, Dominique's website. From Anchorage, Neuroblastoma. Faithsfight.com, Lymphocytic Leukemia. fanconi-anaemia.co.uk, fanconi-anaemia.co.uk. medinfo.org/colon_cancer, George Allen's colon cancer. Information pages by George Allen. acer.org/diseases/hematology/leukemia/leukemia.html. Information and links for leukemia and BMT. helpjesse.com, bilateral retinoblastoma. jamesbirrell.ca, James Birrell's website /James Birrell Fund for neuroblastoma. lovejoey.com, Joey Bergsma retinoblastoma awareness page. johnsfunnyfamily.com, John's Funny Family. Grade 4 glioblastoma multiforme. caringbridge.com/page/Curtis Seaman, Curtis Edward Seaman. Curtis was diagnosed with neuroblastoma. kevinsdomain.com/cancer.htm, Kyle's Fight with Cancer. austinfree.net/lindsay/home.htm, Lindsay Gothard's homepage. lungcanceronline.org, Lung Cancer Online, USA, by Karen Parles, a medical librarian who was diagnosed with lung cancer. faculty.fairfield.edu/fleta/maddie.html8, Maddie's story, in Band-Aids and Blackboards, the story of Maddie who was diagnosed with Ewing sarcoma of the femur with lung metastases at age 13. mpip.org, melanoma patients information page. monkey-boy.com/Melinda, Melinda's homepage, a page devoted to cancer kids and their caregivers. acer.org/diseases/hematology/mm, multiple myeloma. Survivors Stories by June Brazil. acer.org/diseases/breast/recon/p murray/artbc.html, my experience with breast cancer, ACOR. neuroblastomacancer.org. groups.yahoo.com/group/NHLview, NHL Cyber Family. rworth.com/pages/kimbrlee.htm, our story, Johnny and Kimberly Hoff as told by Kimberly. Outlook-life.org, Outlook, Life Beyond Childhood Cancer. prostatepointers.org/prostate, Prostate Pointers, by Gary Huckabee. sharedexperience.com, Shared Experience, a searchable database. The experiences of cancer patients and their caregivers created. shelbymcgill.com, Shelby Miguel's website. Burkitt's Lymphoma. squirreltails.com, Squirrel Tales, practical tips and encouraging ideas for parents of children with cancer. acer.org/ped-onc/hp/bonepics.html, stories and faces. Bone Cancer, Pediatric Oncology Resource Center. acer.org/ped-onc/hp/brainpages.html, stories and faces. Brain cancer, Pediatric Oncology Resource Center. acer.org/ped-onc/hp/lukepages.html, stories and faces. Leukemia, Pediatric Oncology Resource Center. acer.org/ped-onc/hp/lymphopages.html, stories and faces. Lymphoma, Pediatric Oncology Resource Center. acer.org/ped-onc/hp/neuropages.html, stories and faces. Neuroblastoma, Pediatric Oncology Resource Center. acer.org/ped-onc/hp/rhabdopages.html, stories and faces. Rhabdomyosarcoma, Pediatric Oncology Resource Center. acer.org/ped-onc/hp/wilmspages.html, stories and faces. Wilms tumor, Pediatric Oncology Resource Center. cancerclub.com, The Cancer Club. Breast cancer. faculty.fairfield.edu/fleta/trevor.html, Trevor story. Trevor was diagnosed with Wilms tumor at age 4. Chapter 4. Anxiety resources. Holistic anxiety treatments. Try the supplement called gamma-aminobutyric acid. Try to relax. 1stholistic.com/reading/health-conquering-anxiety.htm. Answers.yahoo.com, best holistic natural cure for depression/anxiety. Anxiety.drtraviselliot.com, Portland Holistic Health. Anxiety disorder-symptoms.info. Anxietyfree.net. Anxietynaturalcure.org. bellaonline.com/subjects/7494.asp, Anxiety and Depression, Holistic Health. bossreviews.com/anxiety. brickroll.my-net/holistic-anxiety-therapy-orlando-fl. darjanet.com/anxiety.html. encyclopedia.com/doc/1G1-143240227.html, Peace of Mind, Holistic Approaches to Anxiety and AD. healingcircletherapy.com. holisticchineseherbs.com/anxietyinsomnia.html. holistichealth.net/holistic-treatment-for-anxiety.html. holistic-herbalist.com/herbs-for-anxiety.html. anxiety-medication-alternatives.com/anxiety-disorders.htm. holisticonline.com/remedies/anxiety.htm. holistic-remedies.com. holistictherapyoc.com, Orange County, CA. instinct2heal.org. medscape.com/medlany/abstract/9432749, Holistic Psychotherapy of Anxiety. meetup.com. nightingaleCenter.com/holistic/anxiety.html. remedyfind.com/hc-anxiety.asp. susanhall.org/holistic-anxiety-treatment.php. transforminghearts.com, Orange County Holistic Anxiety Therapy, California. Anxiety websites. 1. Books about anxieties and phobias are at #616.8522 or RC552 at the library. ADA.org, Anxiety Disorders Association of America. algae.com/anxiety, the Anxiety Panic Internet Resource. apa.org/topic/anxiety/panic-disorder.aspx. star-society.org, Stress and Anxiety Research Society. ptsd.va.gov, National Center for Post-Traumatic Stress Disorder. apa.org/pi/cif/child-trauma, children and trauma. ada.org, Anxiety Disorders. ada.org/gettinghelp/aboutanxietydisorders.asp. ada.org/gettinghelp/focus on/children&adolescents.asp. adam.mb.ca, Anxiety Disorders Association of Manitoba. algae.com/anxiety. anxieties.com. anxiety.org. anxietyandphobias.com. anxietyboss.com. anxietybusters.com. anxietycanada.ca/english.htm. anxietycenter.com, Anxiety Center. anxietycenter.com, National Anxiety Center. anxiety-central.com. anxietycenter.com. anxietycoach.com. anxietycommunity.com. anxietycure.org. anxietycuresreview.com. anxietydepressionfaq.com. socialanxietysupport.com. anxiety-facts.com. anxiety-help.org/category/7/anxiety-help. anxietyhotline.com. anxietynet.org. anxietynetwork.com. anxietynomore.co.uk. anxietyontario.com. anxiety-panic-attacks-phobias.co.uk. anxiety-relief.com. anxietyzecrets.com. anxietyselfhelp.com. anxietysocialnet.com. anxietiespace.com/forums. anxiety-support.org. anxietysupportnetwork.com. anxietytofreedom.com. anxietyuk.org.uk. anxietyzone.com. annexman.org. araneum.mudservices.com. br.groups.yahoo.com/neo/groups/fabiasocial/info, 21 APR 2000. kenmat.org, Canadian Network for Mood and Anxiety Treatments. chiange.com, 800-276-7800, Center for Help for Anxiety/Agoraphobia through New Growth Experiences. childanxiety.net. cmha.ca, Canadian Mental Health Association. cpa.ca/factsheets, Canadian Psychological Association. cyberpsych.org/anxiety.htm. cyberpsych.org/cgi-bin/penpals.pl, Anxiety Disorders Discussion Board. dentalfearcentral.org/forum. depressionandanxieties.com. designandcopy.ca/leafeline. designandcopy.ca/silentchild. doyoupanic.co.uk. drchloecarmichael.com/anxietywebinar landing page/anxietywebinar landing page.html. drivingfearhelp.com. eliminate-panic-attacks.com. emetophobia.com. emetophobia.org, fear of vomiting. facebook.com/group/anxiety support. facebook.com/group/the secret meeting room. fearofflyingschool.com. frank.mtsu.edu/tilde/s/word/anxiety/anxiety.html. freedomfromfear.com. freedomfromfear.org. hazelden.org. hc-sc.gc.ca/hppb/mentalhealth/pub/anxiety. healsocialanxiety.com. how to get rid of panic attacks.com. hslib.washington.edu/hsc/newsinfo/healthbeat. jessicarin.wordpress.com. learntolive.com. macanxiety.com. mdjunction.com. med.nyu.edu/psych/screen/anx.html, online screening for anxiety. Answer 10 questions, get a quick diagnosis. mentalhealth.samhsa.gov/cmhs/managing anxiety. mentalhealth.samhsa.gov/cmhs/managing anxiety/tips.asp, managing anxiety. mentalhealth.net. Merck.com/MRK shared/M manual/section 15/187/187a.jsp, Anxiety Disorders Section 15 from the Merck Manual of Diagnosis and Therapy. Mesicstraining.com/category/stress-anxiety-and-depression/anxiety. Mindpub.com/art537.htm. Anxiety and panic attacks in medical patients. Mindtools.com/pages/main/new mn_tcs.htm. Mooddisorderscanada.ca. moodgym.anu.edu.au. MyAnxietyCompanion.com. ncbi.nlm.nih.gov/pubmed, medications. ncptsd.org, post-traumatic stress disorder. net-com.com/midwest/stress.htm. nimh.nih.gov, National Institute of Mental Health. nimh.nih.gov/anxiety, 888-8 anxiety. nimh.nih.gov/health/topics/anxiety-disorders/index.shtml. nimh.nih.gov/health/trials/social-phobia-social-anxiety-disorder.shtml. nimh.nih.gov/health-information/anxiety-menu.cfm, anxiety information from NIMH, the National Institute of Mental Health, U.S. nimh.nih.gov/trials/anxiety-disorders.shtml. nimh.nih.gov/trials/panic-disorder.shtml. nlm.nih.gov/medlineplus/panic disorder.html, anxiety panic disorder. npadnews.com. New York City Psychotherapist.org. ocfoundation.org, obsessive compulsive. openarms30371.yuku.com. poc-connection.com. payms.com.au. panic-anxiety.com. panic-anxiety-attack.com. panic-anxiety-disorder.org. panicattackhelper.com. paniccenter.net. panicgoneforever.com. paniclaw.com, Anxiety and Panic Disorder Center of Los Angeles Kids Health.org/teen/your_mind/problem/anxiety_Rachel.html, Anxiety Rachel's story. panicsurvivor.com. pe2000.com, Techniques for anger, anxiety, panic, fear. phobia-anxiety.org, the Anxiety and Phobia Treatment Center, world-renowned Anxiety and Phobia Treatment Center at White Plains Hospital. phobiagroup.tripod.com. pittsburghsasg.atspace.com. popular-spelling-errors.com/prescription/panic-disorder-and-breathing.html. psitchy.org/pub/article/article_340.asp, The Nature and Development of Anxiety and Its Disorders. psychcentral.com/lib/reducing-stress-at-work. psychcentral.com/lib/the-impact-of-stress. psychcentral.com/lib/what-is-generalized-anxiety-disorder. psychiatrictimes.com/p990966.html, Unspoken Suffering, Social Anxiety Disorder in Children. psychology-today.com/blog/extreme-fear/2010-7/can-health-supplement-help-conquer-fear. radiology.uiowa.edu/providers/publications/American Family/December/dec4.html. remuderange.com, Anxiety Disorder Help for Girls, Inpatient Programs. scribd.com/doc/16824651/conquering-fear-discover-how-to-win-battle-against-your-fears. selfsteps.com. ShakeYourShyness.com, Shake Your Shyness by Dr. Renee Gilbert, a licensed clinical psychologist and recovering shy person. Shyness.com. Shyness.com/shyness-clinic.html, Shyness Clinic describes program for overcoming shyness and social anxiety. ShynessHelp.com, ShynessHelp.com. Nancy Wesson, PhD, offers therapy for shy people. But also lots of free information. ShynessSocialAnxiety.com/blog. Social-anxiety.com. Socialanxiety.com.au. SocialAnxietyInstitute.org. Social-anxiety-network.com. SocialAnxietySupport.com. SocialAnxietySupport.com. SocialAnxietySupportChat.com. SocialFitnessForum.com. Socialphobia.net. Socialphobia.org. Socialphobiaforum.com. Savr.net. Shukov. Spiderweb.com/NPAD News, Panic/Anxiety Newsletter. SBNewsletter.com, Social Phobia. Stop-anxiety-attack-symptoms.com. StressCenter.com, 800-511-6896, Oak Harbor, O. Stress.com. StressRelease.com/checklist. Synergisticmind.com. Therapy.com, Territorial Apprehensives. text.nlm.nih.gov/nih/cdc/www/85text.html. theanxietytips.com. thegiptofchange.com/7-proven-ways-on-how-to-beat-anxiety. thekaylee.org. thinkrightnow.com. treatinganxietydisorders.net. trypanicaway.com, simple anxiety treatment. undergroundnotes.com/anxiety.htm, anxiety without warning. vh.org/patients/ihb/family-practice/afb. 6lip.com. watchmebounce.com. webmd.com. webmd.com/anxiety-panic/understanding-phobias-symptoms. wellcommons.com. info.info/scripture_to_defeat_fear.htm, scripture to defeat fear. What is anxiety.info? whyanxiety.com. youtube.com, anxiety. Anxiety websites too. anxietynetwork.com, the Anxiety Network. 602-230-7316. ADA.org, Anxiety Disorder Association of America. 301-231-9350. Fax, 301-231-7392. NIMH.nih.gov, National Institute of Mental Health. 301-443-4513, fax, 301-443-4279. docguide.com/news/content.nsf/patient/LLC/ATEX/anxiety?open-d. Occupant, Doctor's Guide to Anxiety. 514-938-2600. anxiety-relief.com, Buletinspar website. 212-546-4000. algae.com/anxiety, the Anxiety Panic Internet Resource. anxietyselfhelp.com. emotiontoolkit.com, emotiontoolkit.com. selfhelpmagazine.com, self-help magazine. 619-277-2772. Fax, 619-294-8181. mentalhelp.net. 614-764-0143, fax 614-764-0362. selfgrowth.com. mindynfo.co.uk. mail@mindynfo.co.uk. patient.co.uk/illness/is/anxiety.htm, United Kingdom Patient UK. Anxiety site. +44 0-191-261-2252, fax. mentalhelp.net. Anxiety Disorders Association of America. 6000 Executive Boulevard. Number 513. Rockville, Maryland 20852. 301-231-9350. 800-737-3400. ada.org. All-around support group providing referrals, resources, and treatment. Change Inc. Center for Help for Anxiety/Agoraphobia through Charcot-Marie Tooth Association. 800-606 CMTA. Council on Anxiety Disorders. POB 17011. Winston-Salem, NC 27116. 919-722-7760. Freedom from Fear. 308 Seaview Avenue, Staten Island, New York 10305. 888-442-2022. 718-351-1717. freedomfromfear.com. freedomfromfear.org. Anxiety Support Organization. National Anxiety Foundation. 3135 Custer Drive, Lexington, Kentucky 40517. 606-272-7166. National Anxiety Disorders Screening. 888-442-2022. National Institute of Mental Health Panic and Anxiety Hotline. 888-8 Anxiety. 800-647-2642. nimh.nih.gov/anxiety. Panic Disorder Hotline. 800-64 Panic. Phobia Clinic. White Plains Hospital Center. Davis Ave and E Post RD. White Plains, New York 10601. 914-681-1038. Clinical and Self-Help Groups. Phobia Society. 5820 Hubbard Drive, Rockville, Maryland 20852. 301-231-9350. Nonprofit organization providing information on phobias and anxieties. Phobics Anonymous. POG 1180. Palm Springs, California 92263. 619-322 COPE. Social Anxiety Disorder Coalition. 800-934-6276. allergictopeople.com. Terap. 800-9 Phobia. Phobias. Australia Anxiety. Anxiety Online. anxietyonline.org.au. Anxiety Treatment Australia. anxietyaustralia.com.au. Reconnection. reconnection.org.au. info@reconnection.org.au. 1300 273 266 or 0398886 9400. 222 Burke Road, Glen Iris, Vic, Australia 3146. United States Anxiety. Anxieties.com. Anxieties.com. Anxiety Disorders Association of American, ADAA. ada.org. 240-485-1001. 8730 Georgia Avenue, Suite 600, Silver Spring, Maryland 20910. United Kingdom Anxiety. Anxiety UK. anxietyuk.org.uk. 08444 775 info@anxietyuk.org.uk. support@anxietyuk.org.uk. Zion Community Resource Centre, 339 Stretford Road, Hume, Manchester, M154ZY. Registered charity. No Panic, National Organization for Phobias, Anxiety, Neuroses. Information and Care. nopanic.org.uk. Helpline, 080880800545, 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day, and 01952500005. CEO at no-panic.co.uk. Ireland anxiety. Ireland no panic. nopanic.org.uk/page14.html. Helpline 01272-1897, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Monday to Friday and 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. on Thursdays and Fridays. No Panic UK Helpline 00441952590 545 m, 10 p.m., 7 days a week. Canada Anxiety. Anxiety Disorders Association of Canada, ADAC. AnxietyCanada.ca. 1-888-223-2252 or 1-514-484-0504. Contact us at anxietycanada.ca. Anxiety Disorders Association of Canada. POG 117. Station code ST Luke. Montreal, QC. 514-484-0504. anxietycanada.ca. Anxiety and Mood Disorders Clinic. Department of Psychiatry. 103 Hospital Drive. Saskatoon, SK. 306-966-8224. macanxiety.com. Anxiety Disorders Association of Manitoba. Central. Morton, Chapter. Box 48. Morton, MB. 204-822-3999. adam.mb.ca. Anxiety Disorder Association of British Columbia. 237 East Columbia Street. Number 103. New Westminster, BC. 604-681-3400. anxietybc.com. Anxiety Disorders Association of Manitoba. Eastman North. Lac du Bonnet, Chapter. Box 429. Lac du Bonnet, MB. 204-345-8511. adam.mb.ca. Anxiety Disorders Association of Manitoba. Interlake. Winnipeg Beach, Chapter. Box 385. Winnipeg, MB. 204-389-5030. adam.mb.ca. Anxiety Disorders Association of Manitoba. 4 Fort Street. Number 100. Winnipeg, MB. 204-925-0600. adam.mb.ca. Anxiety Disorders Association of Manitoba. Norman. The Pot, Chapter. 1088 3rd Street West. The Pot, MB. 204-623-7203. adam.mb.ca. Anxiety Disorders Association of Manitoba. Bentwood. Thompson, Chapter. Box 803. Thompson, MB. 204-778-6306. adam.mb.ca. Anxiety Disorders Association of Manitoba. Parkland. Dauphin, Chapter. 2-12 2nd Avenue Northwest. Dauphin, MB. 204-638-5368. adam.mb.ca. Queen's Anxiety Disorders Program. Hotel Dieu Hospital. 72 Berry Street. Kingston, on. 613-548-2372. macanxiety.com/ontario.htm. Social Phobia Support Group of Toronto. 790 Bay Street. Number 900. Toronto, on. 416-850-8778. Socialphobia.ca. Toronto West. Obsessive Compulsive Anonymous. Center for Addiction and Mental Health. CAMH. 250 College Street. Hashtag CS634. Toronto, on. 416-925-3011. Toronto West Self-Help Group. OCD. The Center. Romero House. 1558 Bloor Street West. Toronto, on. 416-410-4772. Toronto Eglinton Self-Help Group. OCD. Central Eglinton Com Center. 160 Eglinton Avenue. East. Toronto, on. 416-410-4772.